Well, guys, lots of ways you can describe this game here in Tampa. Let's go to Drew Brees and get his thoughts. Coach Sean Payton called this a fortunate victory for this football team. How would you describe it?
It's a win, and that's all that matters. Man, we fought hard in this game, and kind of a weird game, obviously with we go out there, run a drive offensively, and then there's a rain delay or lightning delay, and we're, in the locker room for an hour, and you get out there, kind of try to get loosened up again, and, back and forth in the first half. Wish we could have gotten some points there at the end of the half, really a touchdown. We just got to execute better and get in the end zone. Because then, just the momentum shifts in this game kind of back and forth. And then I felt like we had great control of this game, third quarter, fourth quarter, and then obviously the interception that they returned for a touchdown was a critical, mistake on my part. And obviously their ability to take it, all the way back for a touchdown, it was really a 14-point swing, So obviously that can't happen, but the fact of the matter is there's still a lot of time, or, about 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter that we had to go down, and they stop us on 2 drives. Defense stops them, gives us just a glimmer of hope, after they missed the field goal, and that was enough to get us down there and get us the victory. Man, this is a complete team effort. You got to win games like this, on the road in the division. I mean, it's what defines you, and obviously to watch our team do that 2 weeks in a row against divisional opponents, these are games that allow you to grow and allow you to strengthen your team.
You've been through this drill before, leading this team back in the fourth quarter, but the previous 4 drives, I know the offense struggled. Bucs defense was playing great. What happened to this offense when you get in the huddle with about a minute, 2 left, and just knowing everything's on the line?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in a lot of these situations, and I feel like we've executed well in a lot of these situations. There's a lot of trust between myself and the line as to how we're getting things picked up, and the guys on the perimeter. Receivers, tight ends, running backs, identifying matchups, guys just knowing when the ball comes to them, make a play. And, Jimmy makes a play on the first one, Sproulsy on the second one, Colston. I mean, we're equal opportunity, distributors. We'll spread it around and give everybody opportunity. And all those guys are playmakers, came up with big plays in big-time situation, and allowed us to win the game.
What can you say about Jimmy Graham? Sets the Saints' tight end record in the first half. I mean, he was wide open on a number of throws. Were you even surprised how open he was?
Well, the touchdown was a blown coverage by them. The second one, he just beat his man. He came up with some big catches because he's a big-time player. We're going to continue to target that big man, and feed him and obviously mix it up with the other guys that we have. And you never know whose opportunity it's going to be. Next week it might be Lance Moore having that kind of a day, or Marcus, or one of the young wideouts, and Meacham. I mean, we'll kind of see how that unfolds. But everybody knows that on any given Sunday it could be them.
The Bucs spent a lot of money this offseason to stop offenses like the Saints, getting a Darrelle Revis, getting a Golston. This was a physical football game. I can tell you're losing your voice a little bit, but how are you holding up right now?
Good. It was physical. On both sides of the ball, there was a lot of hit, and there was a lot of, I think the conditions of the game too, it just kind of made for one of those days, where you just knew, wasn't slopping around, but it was just, everything was going to be tough yardage, and you had to earn it on both sides of the ball. And our defense came up with a lot of big plays. Their defense came up with some big plays. In the end, all we want is an opportunity to win, and we got that today, and we cashed in.
You touched on it, but right before the half, you guys go for it on 4th down, and you were down there first down on the 1-yard line. How frustrating was that, and how do you try to improve the running game, with the short yardage?
Yeah, that's very frustrating because, obviously, you work hard to get down there, and you certainly want to walk away with points, but, man, when you're first and goal on the 1, you got to score a touchdown. And I thought all the play calling was great. We just got to execute, and hats off to them. They stepped up and stopped us when they needed to. But at the end of the day, if you talk to any of our guys, hey, 4th and goal at the 1, we're going for it. They're like, heck yeah, let's roll, and we got to get it.
Final question I have, you go back home, you're 2-0, still atop the division. What kind of momentum can you take from a win like this?
It allows us to be 2-0 in the division, which is huge. And any win on the road in the division is big, especially in a situation like this, because we know we didn't play our best football. We weren't perfect out there by any stretch. So there's a lot more to be desired, and yet we can still find a way to win when all things said and done. That means that we're a team that's tight and strong and mentally tough. And we know that there's going to be days where you don't have your best stuff, but you got to find a way to win. And we did today, and there's a lot of things we can improve upon, though, and that's what we're going to focus on this week.
Great win, great comeback. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
All right, Drew Brees here. You know what? He's had a lot of comebacks here as a New Orleans Saint. This is his 15th, though, in the fourth quarter. And over the past 8 years, that's tied for 5th among all quarterbacks in the NFL. That's the story here in Tampa outside the Saints locker room. I'm Mike Neighbors, back to you in the Louisiana Cat Studios.